Hello everyone, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Happy Saturday, it's mystery stamping time. Hope you're having a fabulous Saturday. I'm really excited about this mystery stamping today. It's a nice, quick, easy card. I know everyone's got a lot on this Saturday, so happy 1st of April. And I'll just wait a moment or two for people to come on because I'm right on time today. And we can go through our supply list while we're waiting for people to join. So, our first clue, and let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure that I can. Let's see. I can't really zoom in much, so let's I'll just have to hold up the clues a bit higher. And let's move them over to the right a bit. Okay, now let's go through our first clue. Our first clue is to gather all your supplies. So you'll need 2 pieces of basic white or very vanilla, and these will measure 5 3/4 by 5 1/2. Now, if you're watching at home today and you're stamping along, please comment in the comments. Alright, so this is the first 2 pieces. You'll also need a scrap piece for the sentiment. I'm using a long skinny sentiment, so my scrap pieces are long and skinny. But you might choose to do a thick one. Hi Glenda, thanks for joining me. We're right on time today. I know that's a bit of a surprise. I'm a bit puffed actually. I had to run, we had a meeting in the park across the road and about the potential development of the park, and so I had to run back to be here on time, and I made it right on time. So we have got our first part of our first clue. Our first 2 pieces are our basic white of 3 3/4 and 5 1/2. I only just started, Glenda, so that's okay. And you're stamping along. The next piece is a coloured piece of cardstock. It is 4 inches wide by 11 1/2 long. Now, if you're in the US, use whatever your standard long card base is. And this one would be just 1/4 inch shorter, okay? And they're the only 2 measurements that I had that are in Aussie measurements. The rest of them are US measurements. I'm glad you're stamping along today, Glenda. The next piece is a coloured cardstock. Now I've done mine the same as my base, and that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, and then 3 by 1 3/4, and then you have a scrap which you're going to layer under your sentiment. So you can cut that to size. That can be cut to size. You'll also need some. Now, this is a good project for using up some of those smaller pieces of pattern paper and cardstock. So you'll also need some designer series paper. Your card will be a landscape. Well, it can be either way, but I'm doing it as a landscape. So you want your pattern to be, if it's a directional paper, the right direction, okay? This piece here is 2 inches by 3 1/2, And this piece is 1.5 by 2 3/4. Okay. Now we do need for this project a sentiment stamp, so you might choose, like I've got here, the Seasons of Chic, or I might even use the Happy Labels depending on what I choose to. Both these 2 stamp sets will be in the new catalogue. There's not a lot of stamping in this project. You'll also need your ink pad that coordinates with your paper, and you'll need an embossing folder and a die cutting machine. Now if you don't have an embossing folder and a die cutting machine, that's okay, your card will still turn out really well. I'm using one of the new ones that was new embossing folders that was part of the online exclusive offering, and I don't know actually the name of that. So you'll need a die cutting machine or an embossing machine to go with this. Okay, and you'll need your adhesive, glue, and dimensionals work really well. Okay, but if you don't have glue, use something else. Whatever you like. You'll need your bone folder. Yeah, I had my room all set up, and yesterday Steve worked from home and moved everything. I set it up on Tuesday night. So you'll need your bone folder. You know, you can wash these underwater, and so give it a clean every now and then. The name of that embossing folder is the Basics 3D embossing folder. Found it. Right. Okay, you'll need your paper trimmer or a guillotine or something. Then your usual bling, and take your pick tool, and if you want to use ribbon or twine, I haven't on this project, and you'll need your wink of Stella. So, are we right to go? Is everybody ready? It looks like you're going to have a private class, Glenda. How lucky are you? And it is a quick project. Oh, that's the embossing set you're using. Excellent. All right, so we know the deal. So the purpose of this is not to get caught up on what the finished project looks like, but to use your stash and to also have fun and use your imagination and interpret the clues how you want to. So each time you finish your clue, just type in the comments the clue number. So for this one, we go clue number 1. So you just write 1 and done. And with that, we're going to move on to clue number 2. So this is where you'll need your trimmer. I've already done mine. And you're going to score your largest piece of cardstock on the long edge at 5 3/4. So basically in half. And when you've done that, just type 2 and done. And who else do we have joining us today? Not sure. If you're joining us, we've just gotten started. Make sure you say hello. Okay. All right, excellent. Let's start. So we're done clue number 2. Move on to clue number 3. So this is probably the most difficult step in the whole thing, and I will show you this. So you take one of your white or vanilla layers, your layers of your DSP, and you put them over the top, right? And you put them in your embossing folder and you emboss all 3 pieces at the same time, okay? That is, so you just pop them all in your embossing folder and emboss all 3 pieces at the same time. Like that. Okay. I'll do mine off camera. So when you've done clue number 3, just type 3 and done. This will be a bit tricky because I haven't done it. I have to emboss it on my lap. Wonder if that's going to work. Not enough room on my desk. So, how's the weather up there, Glenda? Is it nice and sunny? It's a bit overcast here. We're hoping it'll find up, right? Yeah, somebody put in an application to our council that they wanted a park redeveloped across the road from our house, and all the people who actually live around the park and everyone who attended the meeting this morning doesn't want it redeveloped. So that's really, was a bit of a shock to the councillor who was hosting the meeting. So hopefully, we have a massive big park that people come from all over Brisbane to go to that is just down the street. So we want to keep our nice little quiet park and not have it inundated with people, because it will become a bit of a traffic issue. And so we're hoping that the council listens to us. Anyway, so you should have your embossing done. When you've done step number 3, type 3 and done. Oh, it's very overcast up there today. Oh, yeah, it's overcast here. All right. Oh, hi, Carol. Hope you're having a lovely morning. All right, let's move on to clue number 4. So you're going to do this, put this embossed layer onto the front of your card. Now the best thing to put this on the card with is glue, because you don't press out your embossing when you like you do with a tape runner. So I can't believe next weekend is Easter. I was so sure I had another 2 weeks. So when you've done number 4, just type 4 and done. So as I said, it's a nice, quick, easy card this morning. I think we could almost be finished it in maybe 15 more minutes if we're quick. So we'll move on to clue number 5. Thank you for that, Glenda. All right, so you're going to take your larger piece of DSP and layer it onto the cardstock that's about 1/4 of an inch bigger than it. and you can use, again, I recommend liquid glue, but you use whatever you have. I thought I'd go easy on you this Saturday morning because it is Saturday and it is early for some people. It's not too early for us Queenslanders, but some people don't like to get out of bed before 10 o'clock on a Saturday, like my husband, although he's up early this morning. And if you finish clue number 5, type 5 and done. And I think that I might have done this slightly wrong, but anyway, we'll see how it looks. Now, when you do this, it could look it will look different every time. Okay, clue number 6. So you've got your DSP and cardstock layers. You're going to adhere them to the left side of the card front. So next to the spine of your card, or fold of your card. Now, this is probably, you're probably going to say there's no border around the white, and that's completely okay. If you wanted a border around the white, you could cut that other layer smaller. If you're using US measurements, you will have a border. If you're using Australian or in metric measurements or A4 cards, you won't have a white border, okay? So when you've done clue number 6, and I layered it flat, okay? And there's a good reason for that, and all will be revealed. So when you've done clue number 6, type 6 and done. All right, so it's pretty easy so far, hey Glenda? Nice, simple card for a Saturday morning. Don't have to think too much. Just sticking it together, really. All right, so we're all done number 6. Let's move across to clue number 7. So we've got the other piece of DSP and cardstock mat, and you're going to layer them together, and then you're going to attach it to the front of the card using dimensionals, but you're going to overlap it with your first layer, okay? How you do that is completely up to you. And as I said, it is a nice, quick, easy card. Make it, and you can make lots of these with your scraps. And I, as well as taking pity on you, I took pity on myself because I thought if I wanted to, if I had a late night last night, which I didn't, but I wanted to make sure it was easy for me as well. Okay. Alright, so when we're done clue number 7, just type 7 and done. I like that the when you emboss your DSP, it adds some extra interest to the DSP. And when I cut my DSP though, I've desperately needed to change my blade on my trimmer, so it's probably not as crisp as I would like it. So when you've done clue number 7, just type 7 and done. And I will show you what it looks like when you haven't embossed it with a different pattern paper. And I've been cleaning out my craft room because I have, because Stampin' Up has released the retiring list, and so I need to work out what I have and what I need to order and all of that sort of thing. And they've released the colour refresh information. And so, oh hi Kim, lovely to hear from you this lovely Saturday morning. We're doing a really simple card this morning. It's so simple that we're already up to finish clue 7 and we're not even at 10 o'clock yet. It's been less than half an hour. I hope you're doing really well. Okay, we're clue number 8. So this is our stamping clue. So you're going to grab your scrap, whatever size you decided on. So it's got a couple of steps. You're going to stamp and then trim that to the size you want. Then you're going to layer it, trim your coloured cardstock to whatever size you want, and then you're going to layer them together. Okay? So I'm using the Seasons of Chic this morning. It's a nice little stamp set. I'm using a very long sentiment for mine. Yeah, has anyone got anything good planned for today? We're going to meet a dog sitter today, a dog and house sitter today, so that will be nice. And she has a beautiful golden retriever called Bentley, so we're meeting Bentley today as well. Bentley even has his own Instagram page. He's I'm just concerned, his Instagram page says that he's a digger. He's Bentley the Golden Digger he's called, so I'm hoping he's not a digger. You're going for a drive, Kim, that's awesome. Oh, that'll be nice. Nice to get out of the house. I hope you had a good day yesterday, and it'll be nice to do something fun after the week that you've had. It's been a week, hey? All right, let me see. My blocks for clue number 8 are downstairs, so I'm having to use my Stamparatus, which is fine, but I don't have any grid paper. Now, you may have seen that Stampin' Up is retiring their Stamparatus. Now, for quite some time, there's been an ongoing legal stosh between a company called My Sweet Petunia and every other company that develops a stamping platform. And so it won't be retired straight away. It will be retired though. At the end of this catalogue, it'll go on to the online exclusives, and then it will be while stocks last. Now, yes, so My Sweet Petunia has had a legal battle with they had a battle with Tim Holtz and his platform that he developed, and he withdrew his platform from the market. Stampin' Up, although their platform's significantly different in that it does hinge stamping, they made a business decision to withdraw the Stamparatus. So if you do not have one, please get one. It's a fabulous tool and I don't want you to miss out on it. And alright, so yes, Kim, I was very shocked when I heard the news too, and I am still in a bit of shock, and I'm still sad because, as you know, I was part of the leader team that developed the Stamparatus, and we suggested all sorts of other things to make it different and better, and unfortunately this is the way things, so they've withdrawing it from the market. At this time it may come back, they may have a different replacement, who would know? All right, so when you've done clue number 8, yes, they have all the accessories are going to, Kim, so you need to get more magnets just in case. That's what I have done. So yes, definitely grab your Stamparatus if you don't have one. Because I'm not just being biased, I think it's one of the best tools out there. I have tried the Misty and I've tried the Tim Holtz one, and I still go back to the Stamparatus. All right, we've finished number 8. Now, clue number 9. So what you need to do is you need to layer your sentiment, overlapping your last layers that you put on your card. Now, put liquid glue under the left side of your sentiment and a dimensional under the right side of this layer so it sits up. Okay? Because remember, you put the last layer on using dimensionals, so part of this layer will overlap that, and you don't want it to look weird. I think that's probably the best example. Well, you don't want it to not seem equal. I don't know if I like my card. Now, I have to do a shout out to one of my girlfriends who, she asked to remain nameless, but she sent me this mystery craft along. So I'm being totally honest, I haven't made it before. And so it's a mystery for me too. So I have lovely friends who do that stuff like that for me and say, here, this is what I want you to do, or can you do this in your next video? So her wish is my command, and here we are. So when you've finished clue number 9, just type 9 and done. You have a great day too, Kim. Thanks for popping by. Now, did that clue make sense to you, Glenda? Oh, it did. Obviously it did, because you're done. Alright. So, this is really fun, doing a mystery stamping where I don't know what the outcome is. Alright. Oh, we've got an extra step today. We normally only have 10 steps and we've got 11. So this is a nice easy one. Add your second basic white layer to the inside of your card. Ah, you have put in different to me. That's okay. That's okay. Remember, there's no rules. And it's all about how you interpret the clues. So, yeah. When you've done number 10, just type 10 and done, and we will move on to clue number 11. I'm making my second one as we speak, so all right. So clue number 11 is bling it up. So add whatever bling ribbon that you want to add, and then you can, once you're done, you can just type 11 and done. Now, I don't like the bling that I bought upstairs for my card, so it's not going to have that bling that I originally thought of on it. So, 10 done. Oh, this is exciting. I like doing this. I hope you're happy with your card, Glenda. I said it was nice, quick and easy. And not too much thinking for a Saturday morning. I like it when there's not a lot of thinking involved, because it means that you can just make it quickly and then relax and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And you can always, with these things, change how it looks and play with the sketch later on. So this provides you with a basic idea, and then you can just make it however you like. But it's, as I said, really great for using up those little bits of cardstock and little bits of pattern paper, because I don't know about you, but I always seem to have lots of 2-inch bits of pattern paper left. Always. Drives me a bit crazy. So I like this layout because I can just play with it and have fun with it. Now, let me know when you've done number 11. As I said before, I'm doing 2 cards so that you can see what it looks like when there's one that's not embossed as well and it's slightly changed. Now, I had no clue what this was supposed to look like. It was just something that a girlfriend sent me and said, this is a fun card, let's do this. This is your mystery stamping card for this Saturday. And so I hadn't even done my first step. I hadn't even made it before today. That's what I meant to say. And I like this because you can make it colourful, you can make it a monochromatic sort of a card, whatever you like. Now, I'm just doing my last one. Putting my last piece of bling on, and then I'll share with you my version of it. Sometimes cutters don't work the way that you've done that. That's awesome. Let's go. I'm just putting my last piece on, and then I will be able to show you my card. So this is my version of it without bling, because as I said, bling is always optional. And I think because it has the gold on it, let me bring it up a bit closer. So this is using the paper from the Textured Chic. Oops, down a little bit. So, love the interest that the embossing folder adds to it. So that's that one. I haven't quite finished the other one. So what do you think? You love that? Do you love the one that you made, Glenda? I think that I really want to see a photo of what you made. It's always fun to see what people make and from clues, because everybody interprets things so differently. Now, my second one doesn't have, I wanted to show you that you can absolutely do the same sort of layout, use these same pieces to create a card without embossing it. But I got glue all over me. Oh, you good too. That's fabulous. I'm so glad. There's always a worry when you have someone else give you a challenge and you don't know if other people are going to like it. So this is, oops. little sentiment moved on my layer. I'll just fix that before I share it. I think it needs a bit of bling. So there's this, oops. And because I lifted it up, it's doing something weird now. I'm just going to pop 3 little bits of bling on. So that's my second version, and I changed it the way that the things went. This isn't embossed, but it still looks quite nice if it's not embossed. Well, I think it does anyway. What do you think, Linda? So you have to send me a photo of what you made. So I said it was going to be a quick, easy card today, and look, it's only 10 past 10 and we're already done. I'm glad you like them. This one I will find some more appropriate bling for it, but I think that it could be either a masculine or a feminine card, and this one I've got so much of this paper that I have to use it up, so I'm really excited to be able to use that. That might be a really great batch card to use for a stamp and stack or something like that. So there we go. That is a mystery card for Saturday the 1st of April. I hope that you enjoy it and you make lots using this layout, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. And because I won't be doing Tuesday Night Lights this week, I want you to have a fantastic Easter as well. Until next time, happy creating. Bye for now.